is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Henry Ford. Today I will explain how Henry Ford changed the world that we know today. Henry Ford impacted the automotive society greatly. He is responsible for creating one of the most famous vehicle brands today, Ford. I have done a thorough research on Henry Ford and his life and how he impacted the car industry and the world. Today, I will be discussing how Henry Ford impacted the car industry, how he built one of the biggest car companies, and how he developed millions of jobs, which all impacted the world. Henry Ford had a huge impact on the car industry. On December 31st, 1913, Henry Ford installed the first moving assembly line for mass production of an entire automobile. I got this fact from history.com under the article Ford Assembly Line Starts Rolling, published on November 13th, 2009. His innovation reduced the time it took to build a car from over 12 hours all the way down to an hour and 33 minutes. He also produced an affordable car, affordable for all classes, not just the rich. Henry Ford believed that if you worked for him, you should be able to afford one of the cars that you just built. So all his workers were able to afford the cars. Now that I've talked about how he impacted the car industry, I want to talk about how he developed one of the biggest car companies in the world today. Henry Ford is responsible for creating one of the biggest car companies in the world. It has impacted the world dramatically. He changed the way people today travel. Instead of horseback or carriages or all that, now we have automobiles. Henry Ford sparked that revolution. He advanced the car industry. Like I said, he really sparked the automobile. And in 2017, he sold 5.9 million cars. Now that I've talked about how Henry Ford's company has impacted the world, I'm going to talk about how he provided hundreds of thousands of jobs in the world. Henry Ford has provided a lot of jobs worldwide. In 2018, there was nearly 200,000 people on Ford's payroll. I got this from goodcarbar.com under the article Ford Motor Company Sale Figures, and it was published in 2018. And there are roughly 3,005 dealerships around the U.S. today. So that's 3,005 towns impacted by a Ford dealership today in our world. So today, I've discussed how Henry Ford has impacted the car world by advancing the automotive industry. He has created one of the biggest car companies in the world, and he's also provided hundreds of thousands of jobs in the world. When you think about car companies, or just cars in general, I'm willing to bet that Ford comes up in your head. Henry Ford is responsible for creating Ford, which has had lots of impacts on the world today.